I'm Jono. 4 open source creative tools, 1 investigation. Let's go.
4 tools, 4 design workflows. The question the open source community asks every year. Can free software replace the commercial design suite? The honest answer in 2026 is not yes or no. It is which job and at what cost. A 7-year upgrade that broke the plugin ecosystem. Brush lag that attacks the core reason a painting tool exists. A learning curve requiring a week, a tutorial, and a mental breakdown. A self-hosting tax where broken exports and migration failures are the price of owning your infrastructure. GIMP, Krita, Inkscape, and Penpot. Raster editing, digital painting, vector graphics, and interface design. 4 specialized tools covering 4 workflows. The commercial suite covers with 1 subscription. No single open source application replaces the full suite. The toolkit does, with limitations in each lane that the commercial alternatives do not share. 4 tools, 4 strengths, 4 sets of growing pains, none of them solved. GIMP was a semester project in 1995. 30 years of volunteer development with no corporate owner. Version 3 took 7 years because the entire image processing backend was rebuilt. The upgrade broke the plugin ecosystem. The name is a word some consider offensive. A fork to rename it died from insufficient contributors. Color management for print is still in progress. The file format support is the broadest in the comparison. The scripting automation is mature. The community describes the relationship as tolerated, more than loved. Krita traces to a painting concept in 1998. A foundation established in 2012 pays developers, including at least 1 full-time contributor. The brush engine supports multiple types with stabilization, sensor dynamics, and texture control. The community describes the brushes as comparable to the commercial benchmark. Frame-by-frame animation with audio synchronization is built in. No other tool in the comparison offers animation. Brush lag persists across the research period as a hardware and driver variable. The mobile version trails the desktop with a $50,000 grant funding improvements. The community does not tolerate this tool, it chooses it. Inkscape was forked in 2003 from an earlier project. The native format is the web standard any browser renders without conversion. Volunteer-driven under a software freedom organization. Version 1.4 in October 2024 brought a filter gallery, import for a discontinued competitor's format, and a font browser. The non-destructive path effects and the node editor distinguish the tool from simpler alternatives. The performance ceiling comes from processor-based rendering without graphics hardware acceleration. Complex files slow down. Text handling requires learning the tool's conventions. Penpot was built by a Spanish consultancy founded in 2011. Public alpha in 2021. 20 million in funding from a single investor. 400,000 users, version 2 in April 2024, with the style sheet grid system as a layout primitive and design tokens in the open industry standard. Self-hostable. The version 1 to 2 migration broke component compatibility. Performance on large files hits a ceiling from browser rendering model bloat. The self-hosting operational overhead is the gap between owning the infrastructure and keeping it running reliably. The community assessment is consistent. Almost there for specific teams, not yet a universal replacement for the dominant collaborative tool. Each tool occupies a distinct lane. GIMP handles raster image editing and photo manipulation. Krita handles digital painting, illustration, and animation. Inkscape handles vector graphics, logos, icons, and scalable diagrams. Penpot handles interface design, component systems, and developer handoff. A user who needs photo editing uses GIMP. A user who needs to paint uses Krita. A user who needs vector illustration uses Inkscape. A user who needs collaborative interface design uses Penpot. A user who needs all 4 installs all 4. The funding models create different development trajectories. GIMP and Inkscape depend on volunteer time. The development pace is steady and constrained. Krita has a foundation that pays developers and generates revenue through a gaming distribution platform and grants. The pace is faster and the community relationship is warmer. Penpot has venture capital. The pace is the fastest and the structural risk is that investor priorities may diverge from community priorities. The open source license protects the code in all 4 cases. What it does not protect is the development momentum, which depends on different sources for each project. The performance limitations differ in cores. GIMP and Inkscape share a processor-based rendering architecture that does not leverage graphics hardware. Krita's brush lag is a driver and rendering pipeline variable. Penpot's ceiling is browser rendering model bloat on large projects. All 4 have documented performance constraints on complex work. The commercial alternatives in each lane absorb these constraints through larger engineering teams and dedicated performance work. The open source tools ask the user to manage the constraints through configuration, file structure decisions, or hardware choices. The commercial comparison applies differently to each lane. GIMP is measured against the dominant photo editing application. The gap is in non-destructive editing depth, color model support for print, and interface polish. The gap narrowed with version 3 and did not close. Krita is measured against the brush quality and painting experience of the same application. The community considers the brushes comparable or better for illustration work. The gap is in the broader ecosystem, the mobile experience, and the file format compatibility. Inkscape is measured against the dominant vector illustration application. The gap is in performance on complex files, text handling, and the proprietary format round tripping. The non-destructive path effects and the format purity are capabilities the commercial application does not match. Penpot is measured against the dominant collaborative interface design tool. The gap is the widest in the comparison. Feature parity, plugin ecosystem, prototyping polish, and the network effect of a tool that most design teams already use and most job listings expect. The horror stories scale with the ambition of each project. GIMP's 7-year wait and plugin break is the cost of rebuilding architecture in a volunteer project. Krita's brush lag is a hardware and driver variable in a tool whose value depends on brush responsiveness. Inkscape's learning curve is the entry cost of a tool that rewards persistence with professional output. Penpot's self-hosting friction and migration pain are the operational cost of a tool that offers data ownership and format openness. None of these are catastrophic. All of them are real. The user who chooses any of these tools accepts the specific limitation that accompanies the specific strength. Someone building an open-source design toolkit in 2026 installs GIMP for photo editing and format conversion, installs Krita for digital painting, illustration, and animation, installs Inkscape for vector graphics, logos, and scalable web assets, uses Penpot for collaborative interface design, component systems, and developer handoff. 4 applications covering the 4 major design workflows that the commercial suite covers, with 1 subscription and 1 interface. The commercial suite is more polished in every lane. The commercial suite costs money every month. The commercial suite locks files in proprietary formats. The commercial suite can change its pricing, its terms, or its direction without the user's consent. The open source toolkit is rougher in every lane. The open source toolkit is free permanently. The open source toolkit produces output in open formats. The open source toolkit cannot be taken away by a company's decision. The trade-off is structural and permanent. Polish and convenience on one side, freedom and format openness on the other. The community sentiment across all 4 tools reflects the maturity of each. GIMP is tolerated, Krita is chosen. Inkscape takes patience. Penpot is almost there. Each description is accurate. Each reflects a different stage of development and a different funding model. The image editor developing for 30 years and the interface tool public for 5 years are at different points in the trajectory open source projects follow. All 4 are active, all 4 are improving. None are finished. 4 tools, 4 lanes. The Raster editor with 30 years of development and a name that will not change. The painting application with brushes the community chooses and lag it endures. The vector editor with format purity and a learning curve that rewards persistence. The interface design tool with a thesis, funding, and a distance still to close. No single application replaces the commercial suite. The toolkit does, for users whose values include open standards, format portability, and the willingness to accept rougher edges in exchange for freedom from vendor dependency. The growing pains are real. What the tools produce is also real. Both remain true across all 4, and neither can be separated when making the decision.